Well, unfortunately, guys, I do have to share some more bad news, but I don't want this video to be all a downer. There's no doubt that no matter what's going on in life, working with animals is absolutely amazing. And even though Drogo did his poop, his weekly poop, sloths actually only poop once a week and they actually only pee once a week. The poop isn't that bad, you know, it's easy to clean up. But this whole area was flooded with pee because when I came in this morning, I can definitely smell it. So we just have to clean that up. But again, I love this, you know, and ironically enough, this isn't the only thing I have to clean up this morning. You guys might remember the other day when like the crew took over most of the vlog because I was out at a doctor's appointment. That doctor's appointment was actually with a surgeon that was an oncologist surgeon that specialized in pancreatic cancer. And I got some news I was definitely not expecting. Before we get into that, I definitely want to just make sure that Al knows that I'm not food. Hey, buddy. But obviously, he blew up his enclosure. I'm here early, so I'm the first one in, and we have some like birthday parties and other events coming up. So I just got to get the place tidied up as best as I possibly can. Like I said, Al definitely made quite a mess of his place, so we're going to go ahead and try to clean his enclosure up so that when people come, it doesn't look like a complete disaster here. You know, my hopes are no matter what happens over the coming months, that I can spend as much time here with my animals, with my crew, with my people, and have life as normal as it possibly can. You know, it is challenging, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably more challenging than I thought it was gonna be to not like always have it on my mind. When you go from 6 weeks ago, me feeling completely normal, to all of a sudden having such terrible prognosis, it's really mentally challenging, and I'm trying my best to still live in the moment the best I can, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm struggling with it a little bit. It's kind of hard to deal with. I'll get into what the doctor told me here in a minute. I think that there is at least moments that I can take away and really kind of just, you know, sit with these animals and think about, okay, I gotta clean Al's cage, gotta get everything ready for these events that come up here at the Reptarium and open hours tonight. There are moments that I can get away. As a matter of fact, speaking of a moment, I had some time to spend with my grandson last night that is in town, and he's actually 15 months old now, and he's coming to the Reptarium here within the next hour or so. So it's going to be really cool because he's been here a few times. When he was a little baby, he wouldn't remember that. And then the last time he was here was probably about 4 months ago. Again, he was smaller, right? You know, now he's like walking around, running around. I can't wait to see how he reacts to the animals, to see his, you know, kind of expressions. And so those are certainly moments that are going to take my mind off of some of the more, you know, bad things that are going on in my life right now, and I'm going to do the best I can do to make the best of it. But you know what, I am human, and I want you guys to know that. Although I'm going to try to get this positive message to you guys as we're moving forward in life and all these other things. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's video, I really want to talk about something that's really important to me. So if you guys don't mind, if you can watch tomorrow's video and give me your input, it's going to be a really important video for me moving forward. But again, you know, even though news is tough, and I'll get into that in a minute, you know, I'm gonna do the best somehow to mentally put myself into a position where at least moments here and there, maybe I forget about it, maybe I just move on and think other things, and I'll need your help too. You know, I mean, the more you guys can help and comment all the things that you do, it really does help me, so I appreciate that. His cage is getting close, just a couple more pieces of shed, and we've got to move on to the next cage. So here's kind of the deal of what's happening. I would say the day that I went to the oncologist surgeon, the day before they did a CT scan, and basically right now, the tumor was isolated really to my pancreas. It's a decent sized tumor, that's why it's causing as much pain as it is. It didn't look like it had spread. There was a couple lymphs that had it, but no other organs and stuff, and they wanted to get a CT scan of my chest just to make sure, because they had the lower chest, but they didn't have the upper chest. They just wanted to make sure. So I was a little nervous, obviously, like, please don't let there be lesions or tumors in my chest. Then you're talking about a much more difficult recovery, if at all possible. But the surgeon hit me with something that I was really not expecting, because all the other scans that we had done prior to this point didn't pick this up or didn't see it. What it is they put like radiation in you to see all of the vascular workings. And so it started out with good news. There was no lesions in my lungs. My lungs were relatively clear. There was a couple like 1 millimeter dots, but he said that could be anything, not worried about that. It looked like all the other organs, good shape. So as we're going through this, I'm thinking, okay, and then he goes to the tumor and he says what we would do, and this is my thought, is that you would go in and do some chemo to hopefully shrink the tumor, and then go and do what they call a Whipple procedure, which is a surgery. They would take half your pancreas out, they would take the tumor out, they would take your spleen out, and then it's a very difficult surgery, but that would be the road to recovery. And I will say that prior to that meeting, the night before, I was 1000% convinced I was going to beat this. I knew the odds were bad, but I was like, I got this. I'm not going to let this beat me. Then he dropped the bomb, and the bomb was that the tumor is encased in arteries and veins, and it's inoperable. So they can't operate on it. They can't take it out. And then said that I had one of two choices. I could go through treatment, chemo, and in his opinion, that would mean that I would have 12 to 18 months to live. Obviously, at some point, my quality of life's not going to be so good. I'm going to go downhill, and I'm concerned about all of those things, but I also want to live the best I can for as long as I possibly can. The treatment's going to be difficult. I don't know how I'm going to react to that. Also, the fact that it's inoperable and they don't feel that there's a pathway to curing it. Now, I'm not giving up, guys. There's always miracles, right? There's always miracles, and I'm going to try my best to believe in those miracles, and I know your prayers and your thoughts, everything else, and I am so sorry to share this news with you, because I know the Reptile Army was so positive, and I was so positive I was going to beat it, and we still might. This news was pretty difficult, can you imagine going from like, hey, I know the road's going to be tough, but we're going to win, to all of a sudden having a doctor tell you, we can't do anything for you, basically. There's a little bit more news that might be bad, but I don't know that yet. It's going to take about a week to find out. That could change that prognosis even a little bit worse, but I'm not going to even think about that right now. I'm going to need all your thoughts and prayers and your comments and all the great things that you guys have been doing for me to get me through this. And like I said, there's going to be times like today that I'm going to have, I'm cleaning and I'm excited. Nathan's coming, that's going to be exciting. So it's not going to be all doom and gloom. And I'll talk more about this as we go, how the vlog may evolve, because we're hoping that we can still have the vlog going with or without me, whether I'm in treatment or whatever happens down the road. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about moving forward with my passion project, my legacy project, the aquarium, and I really need your advice on a couple things there, and potentially your help as well. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. I know it's heavy, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to tell you this either. It's not something that I wanted to hear. It's certainly not something I wanted to share. But we have to, face it, and there's nothing I can do. I will say I'm going for one more opinion. This surgeon was a very highly touted surgeon, trained at MD Anderson, the best cancer center in the world. I'm not expecting to get any other opinions. I did already see another oncologist that basically said the same thing, that we need to go through treatment to extend your life as long as we can. Some of the things that I'm going to just tell you right now that are completely vain and ridiculous. I shouldn't even be thinking about this, but I want to share it with you, and I want to know what you guys think. It's like, I am a little bit nervous personally about you guys seeing me over the next several months decline in some ways, because even if that miracle happens, I'm going to probably go down before I would come back up, right? The treatment itself, probably going to lose my hair, you know, which is something that's really weird. Probably gonna lose a lot of weight. You guys might have noticed I've already lost some weight. It's harder to eat now, and there's a chance I could lose a considerable amount of weight over the next 3 or 4 months. And it's kind of hard for me. I don't want you guys to watch the vlog and be like, oh my God, I can't even watch it. Brian looks so terrible. So I need to know what you guys think about that. Are you guys, you know, you okay with me taking you on this journey? It might not look pretty. It might not look very good, but I want to. It's therapeutic for me. And then when I'm not here because maybe I'm having bad days or whatever the case is, I hope that you'll support the vlog. You know, we know Noah wants to step up. He wants to learn. He wants to be as much of that front man as he can. And I hope that you're seeing the change in him from his goofiness on the vlog. But I know the other side of Noah that's smart, you know, business savvy, you know, passionate. And certainly we still have Mike and Jessica and Connie and Lori will be around to some extent. Jay, obviously. So I hope that you'll still support this vlog because it's going to be important for my family and what I'll talk about tomorrow, the legacy of the aquarium. It's going to be important to keep this vlog going for that as well. So please support us as we can. That's all I got to say on this. I do have to clean a few more enclosures before some of our events start. And I think Nathan, my grandson, and my daughter, my son-in-law and Lori are going to be here any minute too. So I just got to clean up a few more things, get ready, and then try to enjoy the rest of the day. So again, guys, it sucks, but I needed to share that with you.
Say hi. Can you wave? It's okay.
Nathan, can I show you some animals? Come here, Keely. And this, of course, is Nathan, my little grandbaby. He's 15 months old, and we're gonna see some animals and just see what he thinks about them. What do you think of that? This is Joker. Do you want a pet? Do you want a pet? No, you don't want a pet? Okay, you're gonna go bye-bye? We'll get him started. Gotta show you a turtle. Can I see you? All right, cool. All right. Yes, that's a snake there, buddy. Look at this snake. This snake is snazzy. What do you think about these? What do you think about that? What do you think? You're not sure what to think, huh? Like, I don't know, this is weird. You want to see something else? No, 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 no. What else do you want to see? Boy. Nathan, come see. What do you think? Look at that smile on your face. A reptarium thing?
That is very nice.
Thank you.
He doesn't eat all of them. No, thank you.
And of course, you guys probably remember Jade, my daughter. She's obviously got our second grandbaby on her way. So you're due in July. So July, we're going to have another one, another thing to look forward to. This little monkey here, though, I think he'll warm up to the animals. You know, he's just, you know, he doesn't know what to think right now. He's like, what is this all about? I saw that smile when I took Diddy out, so I know he's going to love animals, right, buddy? Yep, you love the reptarium?
Very excited for the aquarium.
Yes.
Your Roku, when it gets turned on, is a big fish tank, and he was freaking out this morning.
He loves it? Oh my gosh, he's going to be so, yeah, hon. He likes it. Look at he loves it.
Are those fishies?
I'm so happy he likes it. he's trying to catch it. Awesome. There you go, Lori. Another fish spot.
Hey! Stop grabbing the fish!
You get yelled at by Gigi.
What are you doing grabbing the fish?
Look at Bud. Look at this guy. What do you think? His name is Drogo. Drogo. I think he's nice, huh? And these, of course, are the moments that make even some of the hardest things I'm dealing with so good. I mean, to have that experience with Nathan and know that, you know, he's going to grow up around this and he's going to absolutely fall in love with it is just, it's so inspiring, right? So, again, sorry for the not so good news, but I can promise you this, I'm going to battle and I'm not giving up. I'm still expecting for a miracle and to get onto the other side of this.